Hey everyone, welcome back to the Howard Homestead, or if it's your first time, welcome. We're so glad you found us. My name is Heather, and my husband Daryl and I have an acre and a quarter in beautiful Apache Junction, Arizona, near the base of the Superstition Mountain. And we're just living our best life and enjoying all the animals and learning how to grow vegetables and whatever. So anyway, we're glad that you're here to join us on our journey. One of the reasons we wanted to get property was because we wanted animals, and especially goats. I mean, we've seen all the cute baby goat videos, and what's not to love about that, right? So we started out our journey with goats in November of 2022, right before Thanksgiving. So it's been almost 2 years now that we've had goats, and we've gone from one to more than one, and I'm going to share a little bit about that with you today. So if you see me moving around a little bit, that's because I have goats. So anyway, we're going to talk about a couple of them today, and some of the pros and cons of owning goats and some of the things that I've learned. So as you can see, some of the goats think that they belong on your lap. Ouch, that was my skin. You got my skin, boy. Well, this is Valor, and he is one of the favorites around here. Oh my goodness. He's probably our biggest, wouldn't you say? And the biggest baby too. He loves to be loved on and loves attention. Well, yesterday I guess, he gave us a bit of a scare, and well, we had to make some decisions. Oh, piggies. So I noticed, well, actually Daryl noticed yesterday that Valor was acting pretty lethargic. His ears were down, and he wasn't trying to keep my clothing on here. Valor was not getting up, his ears were down, and he was just not acting right. So I came out to get him, and I was able to get him up and stay up, but the problem was it was pretty clear that he was having trouble. He was having trouble urinating. Now, in male goats, that is a very common problem, and it's very, very dangerous. It usually indicates that there's a blockage of some sort, usually a stone, and a lot of times those stones form based on what you're feeding them. And so I knew that, and because of that, I have not been feeding alfalfa, because even though it's okay for the girls to have, it's not okay for the boys. So we haven't been feeding alfalfa. We've been feeding Timothy grass, and then some pellets that are just like, you know, their staple diet. So I knew that this was serious, and I had to make some decisions as far as the vet goes. If I didn't call for help pretty much right away, the chances of him surviving were not great, and it would be a painful decline for him. So I called the vet, and fortunately they were able to come out on an emergency basis. And long story short, he's doing okay now. He had to undergo a little procedure, which I won't go into detail here, except to say that they had to make a little incision so that the hole was opened up a little bit more, and then he was able to urinate. So He is doing so much better now. He's back to his normal self, trying to climb up on me. He's over with Daryl right now. Let's take a look. Oh, he just walked away?
Bella. Bella.
Oh, there he is. He's jumping up on stuff now, so he's definitely feeling better. You see that he has a little spot on his side that's shaved, and he's got a matching spot on the other side. That's because the vet had to do an ultrasound on his kidneys. So fortunately his kidneys looked healthy. They weren't full of stones, so that's a great thing. He also ultrasounded his bladder, and his bladder was only half full, which was a surprise. So apparently something had been able to come out, but so yeah, we did the procedure, and all of a sudden I was baptized by the Holy Goats. And we knew that he was probably going to be okay. That particular procedure only has about a 30% chance of working, but he was a good candidate for it, and it looks like it did the trick. Now, there's no guarantee that it won't happen again, and the vet did reassure me that it wasn't due to anything that I've been feeding him. It's just one of those things. Some goats are predisposed to that kind of issue. I have to wonder, because he was a triplet, and his sister Hope was a runt, and she died 3 days after birth. And I have to wonder if maybe there's something going on in that family genetically that maybe caused this to happen. So we're just going to keep an eye on him and make sure he's getting fed the best possible food, and hope this doesn't happen again.
Some cows, E-I-E-I-O, with a moo-moo here and a moo-moo there. Here a moo, there a moo, everywhere a moo-moo. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O.
When we first got goats, we weren't really sure what we wanted to do with them. We just thought it'd be fun to have them. And all the goats that we got that had babies, we ended up keeping all the babies, and we ended up with 9 goats for pets. Well, as I've been doing more research and talking to people and stuff, I think that there's a little bit more that I want to do. We have Nigerian dwarf goats, which are excellent dairy goats. A lot of people use them for milk, and it's good to drink for people. It's also good for other things like making soaps and lotions and whatever. So I think I want to try to do that eventually, but in order to do that, we need to have babies, because the mamas can't produce unless they have babies. We let all of our goats dry up after they had their babies, so there's no milk for us. So I went in search of a male that we could use as a breeding buck for our ladies here. I found one, and when I reached out to the owner who was selling them, she apologized, but that particular buck had already been sold. She said, but I do have several does that are available if you're interested. I said, no, I don't need any more does. I've already got 6 of them, and I've got plenty. I said, unless you have one with blue eyes or moon spots. Well, she wrote me back and she said, I've got one with blue eyes and moon spots. Well, guess what? I took a look, I fell in love, and now we have Miss Navy. Here's Navy. She is a little shy, but she's very sweet and very friendly. Our herd queen, Ruby, likes to pick on her, but she's doing okay here. And you can see those blue eyes. They're just absolutely gorgeous, piercing blue eyes. And moon spots are kind of like faded spots that it's not a true white spot on a black goat, and then like on a white goat it might be a brown or like a tan color. She's got a couple of them. Here, there she goes. You can see her moon spots. She's absolutely beautiful. And if everything went according to plan, she is pregnant right now. The goats are all talking about something. So is Maggie. So Navy is a special girl. She's the first one that I've had that is actually registered. She is purebred Nigerian dwarf. These others we can only guess. Oreo over there tearing apart the roof of her house. She has papers also, but I don't believe she was actually registered. But anyway, Navy is registered. So if we find a boy for her that is registered, we can register her babies and make a little bit more money. So we can't wait for her to have her babies. She was bred, well, let's back up a minute here. The original plan was for her to be bred to a gold buck named Graham. Now gold is the most dominant color in Nigerian dwarf goats, but we don't have any of those. So I'm kind of excited to see what happens. I could be wrong. I think maybe both parents need to carry the gold gene in order to have gold babies, but I could be wrong on that. So it'll be really interesting to see what comes out, because she was so ready to meet the boys that she escaped her pen and went and met up with all of them. So we don't know who the dad is. It is possible that there is more than one dad. If we wanted to, we could DNA test them, but considering the fact that these babies won't be registered, I don't think that's anything we're going to need to worry about right now. So right now we're just trying to get the milk and maybe start something as far as soap or lotions or something like that. So anyway, we're gonna try that.
The boom that stopping at a farm, E-I-E-I-O. And on that farm he had some pigs, E-I-E-I-O. With a oink oink here and a oink oink there, here a oink, there a oink, everywhere a oink oink. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. And on that farm he had some pigs, E-I-E-I-O. With a oink oink here and a oink oink there, here a oink, there a oink, everywhere a oink oink. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O.
Hey, don't eat my shirt. There's Otis. Hi, boy. There's Otis. Good boy. Yes. You're a good boy. Hey, Navy. What do you think, huh? See her pretty blue eyes. Who's eating my shirt back here? Her moon spots. Look at her giving a nice, pretty view. Whoa, I'm gonna run over somebody. So this is Navy. Oh, or Ruby. Since Ruby was giving Navy a hard time, we were going to try to separate them, and we attempted to move some of the goats over into the pig pen. Well, we didn't get the ones we wanted, and you can see here that Faith wasn't too happy with the pigs, but we ended up getting Faith and Oreo over there, and those were not the ones we wanted. So we ended up putting everybody back, and we'll try again another day.
Huh? Yeah, you're in love with that scratcher.
She's been looking for a good scratcher.
You found you a scratcher.
And something to chew on.
Just don't chew it all down. Oh, that look at face. Where are you getting that scratch at?
Faith's gonna take out her aggressions on that.
He's sneaking in up here. That's the Oreo. Oh, no.
Changed his mind. I mentioned in our last video that we are in the process of starting a nonprofit animal rescue, mainly focusing on tortoises for right now. If you're interested in helping us get started with that, I have set up a GoFundMe page, and you're more than welcome to check it out. And if you'd like to help, we'd certainly appreciate it. I'll put a link in the description box for you. Thanks for joining us today. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure you're subscribed to the channel, click the like button, and don't forget to ring that notification bell so you don't miss any future videos.